All right, so let's go, ladies. Matthew 6:21. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be. Now, let's explain to Sophia first what is a treasure. Right? A treasure could mean a lot of different things for different people, but let's define it first. A treasure could be money, it could be a house, it could be a car, or even a family. So pretty much, Sophia, a treasure is anything that you're willing to search for and spend some time of your life to try to get or receive. Now, Jesus is not saying that having a treasure is a bad thing, so don't be confused. Right? This is just a warning. The warning is because of this. God designed my heart and your heart to be filled with something outside of this world, something that doesn't die, something that does not get destroyed. So your heart, if you put your treasure in money, you're gonna want always more money. If you want a house, you're gonna want a bigger house, and all these things die and are destroyed eventually. And what happens is when we lose our treasures, then we start getting sad, depressed. We lose motivation, and then we think that there's nothing else to do in this life. Now, every now and then we come up with bright ideas, and we think, you know what? Okay, if this treasure is not it, maybe I get something else. Let me just get a new car. So you get the new car, you realize, nah, this is not it. Let me get a boat, a bigger boat. I'm gonna use this boat forever. You do it, and then you're like, man, this is not it. Maybe if I get married, I'll be fulfilled then. No, you got married, and you realize, you know what, that's not it. Maybe if I just move and go to a different country and see a different environment, different things, you do that, and you realize, nah, that's not it either. Then you think, okay, let me start a new family. I just want a wife, I want a dog, a cat, and a fish. Just kind of like the movie Minions. You remember how the Minions were chasing things around? People do that, Sophia and Marilyn. Start chasing these other treasures. Now, in this cartoon, it's pretty funny. The treasures are the boss. But if we're not careful, we live life the same way. And Jesus is trying to warn us. Give us a warning that, listen, if you put your treasure in things of this world, you're going to be going back and forth from new thing to new thing, not really finding anything of value, at least of long-lasting value. There's always something bigger, kind of like in the cartoon. You see the Minions here. They're following this big fish, and eventually they bump into this huge dinosaur, and they think, oh, this is it. We found our boss. And eventually, you realize that all their bosses eventually die. All of them eventually pass away. So what I'm trying to say is that me and you, as people, we've been created to have our treasures in God. When we place our treasure in God, something outside of this world, that means the desires of our heart will be transformed forever. The things that we want to do in life will change. Instead of trying to get money to buy things, perhaps you want to get money to help others. Instead of trying to look a certain way, you will think about, how can I love people in a better way? So when Jesus reminds us of wherever our treasure is, because there the desires of your heart will also be, is because your heart is so priceless that God doesn't want it to be damaged and ruined by chasing things of this world. And that is why it was important for me to leave you this message to the both of you, that as you get older and you start pursuing things in life, that don't ever stop pursuing God as your number one thing. Doesn't mean that you're not going to have heartaches and difficulties in life, but at least you will assure that your heart is chasing what is designed to go after. And you will find tremendous fulfillment in that. And that's why Jesus is called the way, the truth, and the life. He left so much wisdom for us in the Bible that this is the first video of the series I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to break down chapter by chapter and leave that for you guys. So when I pass, you will have these videos and look back at the lessons that your dad taught you. I love you. Bye.